Jason Wynn from the Spawn universe. So this is going to be the figure we're using for the head sculpt for Jason Wynn. I believe it's Jason Momoa. This is Duncan, Idaho from Dune. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pull what we need off of Duncan here, just for a few. Long enough. And pull his head off. Oh, he's extremely hot. There we are. So there is the head from Duncan, Idaho, aka Jason Momoa, and then will now be our Jason Wynn. So here we are. This is a diamond select John Wick. Let's get this pulled open here. Alright guys, so here we are with John Wick, soon to be Jason Wynn. Go ahead and shove him in some hot water. There we are. We need to pop a ball joint out of there. Alright guys, so here we are with the parts for Jason Wynn. We have his body. We are using a John Wick body. Don't stand very well. We are using a Duncan, Idaho from Dune, which is also known as Jason Momoa. And then this is the peg from the McFarlane toy. So what we're going to do with this head sculpt here, for the side, we are going to cut the ponytail off, the braid here, sculpt this in here, and then we are going to give him kind of the Wolverine like parts here that kind of stick up just a little bit. And I'll throw a picture up so you guys can see that Jason Wynn kind of has that same hairstyle going on, and so you guys can compare. I think this one was very similar to Jason Wynn, especially for the peaks of the eyebrows, make him look kind of menacing. And then we'll paint his beard. Well, it looks like it's already black, but we're gonna do some gray highlights, make him a little older, paint the hair black, do some gray highlights there, make him a little older. And then next we need to work this ball down here on the peg so we can connect his new head to his new body. So there that is. Now let's get started on the Jason Wynn head sculpt. First off, we are going to cut the ponytail off, and this is kind of nerve-wracking. So there we go. Gave him a haircut. Go ahead and trim it up as much as we can here. We have successfully cut his ponytail off, and I've scored it and kind of put the lines in there. Give it more of an idea of what the hair will look like. So there we are. Alright guys, so here is the putty that I use. It's a 2-part putty, milliput. I got from the Hobby Lobby. I got super fine white. This is a lot like the green stuff. I've never actually used the green stuff. I like this stuff. So this is what I use. Comes in 2 parts here. I've used a lot of it already. So this stuff, we only need very little. So let's say what I do is I get it and roll it to a small ball. I use this wax covered plate there, or a paper plate. Make sure you use the wax covered one. Parchment paper is the best thing to have down for this putty. It still does stick to the parchment paper, but not as much as it sticks to everything else. So get 2 balls roughly the same size, and we just start kneading them together like so. And if I remember right, this has a working time of 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours. Milliput becomes rock hard in 3 to 4 hours. So you probably have like 2.5 hours of good working time. And then it says to knead for at least 7 minutes. This small amount here probably won't need to do as much kneading. Not as long anyways. So work it in, and he's got kind of a guy right here, just like right above the eyebrow there, and we will just work it back, work it in. I'm trying to get it as even as possible. Water on your fingers here. And work it in to the hair there to make it have an even transition. That's what we're doing here. Let's clean up his face a little here. So the next part is we need to make this ball a little bit smaller so we can use the head sculpt on the body. So this is how I'm going to accomplish that. I have a cheap Dremel here from Harbor Freight. You don't need nothing spectacular. And then we're going to get a sanding drum. This one here. And I've already got the correct attachment there. There you are. I'm pretty sure you can buy these pegs, but I have one, and you can modify them with just a little bit of work to make them work. And I may have another one sitting around if this doesn't work, which I know it does because I've done this before. Just takes a little effort, a little work. So you just sand it down. I think the screw's missing out the top of this drum here, yeah. Let's get the other drum. We'll just use this one here. Alright, so there we are. Let's see how that works out for us. It's a little slightly larger, but it should work. So I've decided, I know what I want to do with this extra stuff. We're going to make a stogie, a cigar, because Jason Wynn has got a cigar. So we'll wait for it to get a little bit harder and we'll start putting detail into that. So, alright guys, so he started to dry, and now we're going to work on his hair. Water in there. And all your tools you want to have always wet. Put this stuff. So what we are going to do is basically just take a tool and just work streaks back, just multiple streaks like so. I want to match the front up to the back as best as we can. There is our Jason Wynn. Now next we will paint. When this dries completely, we'll kind of rake our hand across, and you can see those small little, hopefully those small little pieces. And once it dries completely, like I said, we'll rake our hand across it, and then all the stubblies or whatever you want to call it will come off. And then he'll be ready for paint. So the way I want to do this is just take this blade here and just kind of press on the edges here at the very end. And once we get this all painted and on the figure, we'll bend the joints and then paint the joints. Just gotta be very patient. Alright guys, so here he is with the black paint. A better look. So there he is with the black hair. And I know it's a little glossy right now, but once I put the matte clear on it and the dry brush and everything, well, the dry brush and then matte clear, it will come out a little bit better. So I may not do his beard. I don't want to do a total repaint. So that's his hair, and you can see all the lines. So yep, let's do another coat on the hands. And there he is so far with the light up here. So there he is. Paint job looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and paint this brown here. Okay, and this is a matte clear, so you get some of that shine away. this up here. Alright guys, so now we have this all painted up. Let's go ahead and reassemble it. We are.
Oh, okay.
There we are.
You guys be done?
Go on now. I want to take him. There we are. And we still have some movement, but not much. There we are. There's our Jason Wynn.
Electronic